You're getting very sleepy. Just kidding. This is a simple pendulum. And what I would like for you to do is to test some of the properties of the pendulum. In particular, what you will be looking for is a variable that might affect the time it takes for the pendulum to swing back and forth. That time is called the period. So this experiment is about the period of the pendulum. But what I really want you to do, more than learn about the pendulum, is to learn about science. I want you to learn about controlling variables, making hypotheses, testing them out, analyzing your data. So this is what I call a backpack-worthy project. I want you to really try to study the period of the pendulum, just like a scientist would, and then write up a report that you can be proud of and that you could put in your backpack and let other people see. When you're a senior doing your defense, it'd be great to have a science project in your backpack. It's called a simple pendulum because it consists of very few parts, as you can see, but also because all the mass, or almost all the mass, is at the end. We call that mass the bob, but you can essentially ignore the weight of the string, and so that won't count as a variable. That's as opposed to a compound or a more complex pendulum, such as the one used in this clock, where there's mass all along the shaft there. You could also have more than one weight suspended. So we're trying to keep things simple. Now, before we get in any further, you need to make sure that you have the outline of what is going to be required for your report. You need to look over the directions that I've posted online. And you need to do the pre-lab response. Before you go any further, you need to turn this video off and respond to the pre-lab, which says, list any potential variables that you initially believe might affect the period of the pendulum. So what do you think, before you ever even do an experiment, what do you think might affect how long it takes for a pendulum to vibrate back and forth? Here's everything that you should need for this experiment. You need 3 pennies, or 3 masses, some tape, some string of some sort, fishing line, any sort of lightweight string will do, some paper, a pencil, or a pen, and a way to measure the length of the string and to time it. Now, there's various ways that we can do that, and if you need help figuring that out, just contact Dr. Kemp. Now, to make the bob, just tape the string to the penny. Don't use too much tape, just a small piece will do. And just a small piece of tape will also hold it up on a door frame. I find that that's a really good place to do the experiment. Now, you're going to be asked to test several different variables. One of the things will be the mass, and if you want to change the mass, all you have to do is tape 2 pennies together. You can do like I did here and just sort of roll a piece of tape up and then just stuff them together. But again, don't go overboard on the tape because that has mass too. Another variable that you can test is how far back you pull it before you release. So if you want to measure as precisely as possible, that'd be great, or just estimate, that's fine too. But the idea is to try to be as consistent as possible. Another variable that you can test is how long the string is. So just tape it up at different lengths and give that a try. Now, you're going to get some variability in your times, and that's simply to be expected. What we're looking for here are real differences in the time, not minor little differences that are caused by the random nature of the universe. So if you need any help at any time, please give Dr. Kemp a message, and I'll get right back to you. I want this done within the next couple of weeks, and as I said, I want it to be something that you're proud of. So take your time and do a good write-up. I included an outline of everything that I expect in the report, in the directions. And again, if you want to go above and beyond, that's even better. But that's the minimum that's posted. So good luck studying the period of the pendulum.